Could it be that the staunchest non-believers are the ones most reliant on random miracles as an explanatory principle in science? An intriguing paradox confronts atheists in their attempt to exclude God from scientific explanations. Richard Lewontin, a known atheist, once stated the reason for excluding God from science was that to appeal to an omnipotent deity is to allow that at any moment the regularities of nature may be ruptured, that miracles may happen. Yet this statement carries a heavy dose of irony. It turns out that it is the atheist, not the Christian, who relies on the concept of random miracles, where nature's regularities can be disrupted without warning. Consider the words of Dr. Bruce Gordon, Associate Professor of the History and Philosophy of Science. In a video titled Contemporary Physics and God, Part 2, he stated, "In the multiverse, anything can happen for no reason at all." In other words, the atheistic materialist is forced to believe in random miracles as an explanatory principle in science. Yet, in a theistic universe, nothing happens without a reason. Miracles are therefore intelligently directed deviations from divinely maintained regularities and are thus expressions of rational purpose. Scientific materialism is, therefore, epistemically self-defeating. It makes scientific rationality impossible. Atheists face a significant quandary. They struggle to explain why the laws of nature exist and why these laws remain constant. Renowned physicist Paul Davies highlighted this curious asymmetry. He pointed out that while physical processes depend on laws, the laws do not depend on physical processes. This statement, although unproven, has wide acceptance. Saying that laws do not depend on physical processes is another way of saying that the laws of nature cannot be explained by bottom-up physical processes. Moreover, astronomer Michael Murphy of the University of Cambridge observed that there is absolutely no reason these constants should be constant. In fact, atheists have no clue why the laws of the universe should not be completely ruptured at any moment. Theoretically speaking, quantum mechanics and general relativity contradict each other to the point of literally blowing the entire universe apart. As the highly respected mathematician Gregory Chaitin stated, there are serious problems with the traditional view that the world is a space-time continuum. Quantum field theory and general relativity contradict each other. The notion of space-time breaks down at very small distances because extremely massive quantum fluctuations, virtual particle-antiparticle pairs, should provoke black holes, and space-time should be torn apart, which doesn't actually happen. And as Jessica Orwig stated, on the bright side, we're lucky that dark energy is smaller than theorists predict. If it followed our theoretical models, then the repulsive force of dark energy would be so huge that it would literally rip our universe apart. Contrast this with the Christian founders of modern science. They discovered the laws of nature precisely because they believed in a lawgiver. As author C.S. Lewis once noted, men became scientific because they expected law in nature, and they expected law in nature because they believed in a legislator. Furthermore, Christians believe that the laws of nature will remain constant because of God's immutable nature. As Hugh Ross explains in an article titled "New Evidence Further Affirms Biblical Prediction of Unchanging Physics," God avows that he is not like humans who habitually change their minds, their convictions, and their loyalties. God uses the physics of the universe as an analogy for his immutable nature. As God established the fixed laws of heaven and earth, as stated in Jeremiah 33, verse 25, so too his character attributes, convictions, and commitments are unchanging. In conclusion, Lewontin's primary reason for excluding God from science, the fear that at any moment the regularities of nature may be ruptured, that miracles may happen, is far more applicable to his own atheistic worldview than it is to Christianity. Atheists simply have no clue why there should even be unchanging laws in the first place, nor do they, under atheism, have any clue why the laws of nature, indeed why the entire universe, does not simply rupture at any moment. Thus, the irony with Lewontin's statement lies in the fact that, under his own criterion of the laws being ruptured at any moment, it is his atheistic worldview itself, not God, that should be excluded from science. It is only under theism that we can have certainty that the regularities of nature, indeed the entire universe, will not be ruptured at any moment, ruptured by a completely random miracle that has no rhyme or reason behind its occurrence.